Hello, welcome to Wednesday Night Chat with Nick. Hello, how's everyone doing? Whew, busy, long day today. It's one of those days that I can get rid of, and hopefully for the rest of the night, I can have peace and quiet. How's everyone doing? It's Wednesday night. This past Monday, I did go see the movie The Accountant with my wife, and I shot a review earlier today that I will load tomorrow. I will. Hello, Chaz. How you doing? For those that haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it, but I can tell you that for the comic book geeks out there, there is a scene in The Accountant that would make you happy. Okay. The only one, John. Hello. So I enjoyed the movie. I will, I will save discussing The Accountant for the review. Who that? Hello. Cholula comic. Oh, Hawk. Hello, Hawk. So there will be a review. Russell. Hello, Russell. There will be a review of The Accountant, and the movie I really want to see on Monday, but my wife kind of vetoed it, was Arrival. So I plan to go see Arrival by myself this Friday afternoon, assuming that I have free time. But I will try to squeeze it in because I really, really, really want to see the movie Arrival. Yeah, absolutely. Who that? I want to see that this Friday. I saw The Accountant on Monday, and it was fun. I will. You have to wait to see my review. I will load the video tomorrow. I read that article with interview of Chris Claremont. Oh, you mean the? Oh. Sorry, Hawk. Yes, Russell is who that. I might have one of the easier. Well, as boring as my channel is, Nick is easy for people to remember. Evan, no. I think I don't believe Evan is in Russia, Chaz. From what I understand, I believe I thought he was in Russia, but I had always been puzzled because I remember seeing his live video feed when he was at a wedding, and that looked nothing like Russia. So I was always confused whether he was working in Russia for his traveling to Russia to work or whatever. But I do not believe. Don't con me. I'm not that stupid. Going to see Friday, The Arrival with your wife. Good luck, Russell. I will see it myself as well. I heard good things about it. And sure, some people, I think a lot of people that like the movie have told me that, it's a kind of movie that I like because I like the brainy sci-fi. I like action sci-fi, sure, but I'm a bigger fan of the brainy sci-fi. So can't wait to see that myself. Hello, Vernon. Hello, your slap video, great insight. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Yes, I will do a review. Depend if I can go see the movie Friday. Who that? If I can go see the movie Friday, and if you want to be in a live chat, say on Sunday, to review the movie, let me know, whether it's in your channel or any day. Like I said, I don't need to be on my channel. Okay, so if you want to have a a live chat discussion spoiler filled with me, assuming that I can go see it Friday, then let me know. I'll be happy to join you on your channel or over in this channel. You're too kind, John. I know a lot, but I definitely don't know a heck of a lot as far as the current stuff. I think whenever I watch, channels that are um, like Marvel, the Marvel channel or the DC channel, the hosts at those channels are very knowledgeable about the current stuff, no doubt. Even the history of the character they are. But I think what I might know more than those hosts might be more about the authors, more about how the hobby look at the characters. But like I said, I appreciate people think I know a lot. I think I know some. I wouldn't call it a lot. Yes, who that? Russell. I try to call you Russell from now on, so I don't forget. I will contact you Friday. Okay, as soon as I finish the movie, I will PM you to let you know that I have seen it, and we are free to chat on Sunday. Vernon, what are your suggestions on buying raw books on eBay? Or who do you recommend to buy from? I don't really have a current favorite, like many people. I suppose a lot of people still do this, but for me, whenever I buy something from somebody that I like, I save that seller, I follow that seller. But from what I have seen over the years, that often sellers that have things that I like, they tend to run out and have nothing else to sell fairly quickly. So I have, like on my save list or follow list, I might have 30, 40, 50 names of sellers, and most of them don't sell anything anymore. That being said, I don't really have a current list of people. I look on. I don't buy a lot. In all honesty, I don't buy a lot anymore. And the best way to avoid buying things I don't want is avoid eBay. It's easy to go on eBay and see something I want. And because I'm not in the mode to buy much of anything anymore, the best thing for me to do is avoid going to eBay daily so that I don't see things I want to buy because I don't really need anything. I'm pretty content with my collection for the most part. So I try my best to avoid buying as often as I can. B2D, hello. As far as buying on eBay, my biggest since you're fairly new to my channel, I have talked about this many times in many videos as well as live chats. That unlike many people, I avoid buying from established sellers on eBay. If there are a seller on eBay with 25, 30,000 reviews that have been selling comic books for 5, 10 years, obviously that seller have a lot of following, right? And the bidding is going to go hot and heavy most of the time. You are not going to get deals buying from established sellers. The best approach to eBay is to find new sellers that have less following, that undergrade books. Simple to say, difficult to find. Okay, but that's is what I look for. Do you have a video on tape pools and how that affect grades? I do believe, Chaz, I do have a video. I think it's in one of the earlier, I have, I think, 30 something grading videos. But I think if you watch the first, definitely not the first 2 or 3, but I think maybe 4 to 10, there might be one video in there that I show or talk about tape pools. Yeah, the reason why tape pools does not was not on the cheat sheet, Chaz, is that it comes down to size. Okay, size matter. I mean, it's hard to quantify the size of the tape pool, but it does affect the grade. I mean, you can have maybe the size of my little tip of my fingers. Okay, that typical size. Okay, because that's usually that's the size of a piece of tape about this big. I have seen worse, but that's pretty common to see something about this big. And that would knock the book down a whole grade easily. Like if a book is a 9.0 and you see a big piece of tape pool about this big, be prepared for that to be 8.0 or lower. Okay, so but once you get below a certain grade, it's just like big flaws. Okay, on high grade books, a 1/4 inch crease can knock the book down from 9.8 to 9.4. On a 9.8-ish books that have like a 1 inch crease can knock it down all the way down to 8.5. But once you get down to like mid grades level, 3 inch crease, 4, it does not. So when it comes down to tape pool, what I'm trying to say is that size matter for higher grade. The lower the grade, the least it matters. Once you get down to the 4.0 or lower, having a little piece out because of the tape pool, it's not as bad as having a chunk missing from the corner. Okay, so by the time you get down to the 2.5, 3.0, very, very good VG kind of grade tape pool, very little impact on the overall grades. Yeah, Chaz, pinky side. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you have an 8.0 book and you have a piece like this missing, most likely it will be down to a 7.0. Okay, can I get a 7.5? Maybe, but for sure, I can see a whole full 1.0 deduction for things 8.0 or higher. Once you get down to the 7, the 6, the mid-level grade, having a tape pool that much might have a half impact. Windy City Comics say that Vernon, check out Comic for Less on eBay. Yes, Comic for Less on eBay is one of the example of what I do not buy. I'm not saying that they don't have good books, but there is no such things as getting a good bargain from buying from Comic for Less. You are gonna pay full price because everybody and their uncle is buying from Comic for Less. So the key to eBay is not buying from somebody that have 30,000 reviews. No, I disagree. Yes, Tivo said size does matter, especially to the height challenge folks. Yes, Russell, I did hear about the Inhuman TV show. I heard something about 2-hour IMAX. I vaguely heard it on some discussion. it will be interesting, but I wouldn't go speculating on any of the Inhuman books for this. I think the TV characters and speculations are definitely not the kind of plays that I think is a good investment for most people. Okay, I think it's the game that can be played by speculators and foolish people. Tivo asks, when am I doing the comic book trivia again? Probably early next year, Tim. I was going to make the announcement tomorrow, but I can do it here. Tomorrow I was supposed to be on Edwin channel, Strictly Comics, his last live chat show for the season. And he was supposed to be giving away a bunch of prizes. And I was gonna make an announcement that I will do a trivia game, but I'm hoping to do a trivia game this time, Jeopardy style. Okay, in the past, because there was lack of players. I think last time I did it, I have like 5 players, and I did like one-on-one kind of trivia game. Hopefully, I can get an even number like 8 or 10 or 12. If I can get an even number of players, I will do a trivial style like Jeopardy. So you have 2 players and me, and I will read the question, and people can write the answer on a piece of paper, and then when it's time to reveal the answer, both players will hold the answer up to the screen. So there will be one. I'm planning on January. Okay, I will use the Christmas break to compile I will make the announcement, of course, in December, and depend on how many players want to play, then I can compile the big list of questions. It'd be fun. I had a great time last time, and I will keep it the same way. Last time the contest was comic trivia, movie and TV trivia related to comic books, and then my channel. So the tough question is, of course, question that derive from watching my videos, and that stumped a lot of people last trivia, because I understand not everybody watch every videos of mine and remember anything that I say, but that's part of the fun. Was you never know. Some people remember, and the questions are not hard. One of the question was like, what's the name of my son? If you hear people, if you heard enough discussion with me talking about my son Anthony, his name. So I decided that the trivial contest will still have 3 portions: comic books, comic, movie, TV show related, and then my channel. Yes, Chaz. Well, you don't have to, but if you don't watch my channel, hopefully you are up to speed with movie and TV trivia, as far as superhero stuff, and then comic books. So you don't have to know all 3. I don't believe anybody nailed perfect, because I didn't give away the perfect price. It'd be fun. Brooke did well. Hello, Brooke. Hello, Jorge. Jorge, did you? I will look. Jorge, I did go see The Accountant for the comic book geeks out there. Okay, I can tell you, I saw The Accountant on Monday, the movie, and I think if you are a comic book fan, even if you don't like the movie, there is a scene in the movie that you will like. It will show the fanboy in Ben Affleck. I can't spoil anymore. In my spoiler portion of my review, I did mention what it is, but Please don't spoil it for anybody. He does has the best name for you, Tim, especially for a big Doctor Strange fan as you are. You can always change your channel, Tim, to Dormammu's Den. That's my suggestion. Dormammu. Tim agreed. It's excellent. Yeah, it's a low budget. You know, the movie was made for like 50 million or less. There was certainly very little marketing, and I understand it's a low budget action movie like John Wick, better than John Wick. But it's fun. I enjoyed it. You know, I recommend anyone that enjoy that kind of action movie. If you like John Wick, I'm pretty sure you will like The Accountant even more. The Volshanti. Evan is at work but has a question. If you run out of things to talk about, go ahead, Chaz. If Evan has a question, he's free to ask. I can answer. I got another 40 minutes to waste. Plenty of time. Let's see. So I'm guessing that Tim has seen The Accountant. I have seen The Accountant, and seem like not many other people has. So I can't stress enough that if you like, I talked to a few friends since Monday, and they like John Wick. John Wick is not like a mind-blowing, awesome movie, okay? It's a fun movie to watch, and I'm glad they're making a sequel. Are we going to see The Accountant too? I hope so. I hope so. Okay, that's how much I like The Accountant, and I think there is room for a sequel. At least that's what I think. Can you get a good deal on 19.5 biofeed still? The answer is yes. Depends. You have to understand heritage premium. You know, when I bid on anything heritage, I bid with that 20% premium in mind. For example, here's an example, okay? Let's say a Hulk 6.5, Hulk 181 6.5 GPA is $1,000. Okay, GPA is $1,000 for a Hulk 181 6.5. I have no idea if this is just an example. If a book in that grade is on heritage, I'm sure to bid no more than $825. Okay, so that when you tack on the 20% premium, it come out to be around $1,000, right? So most sophisticated and educated bidders will do that. Some people will bitch and moan and groan about that, but that's how I bid. So if I get the book for after the 20% premium and it's like $980, then is it low than GPA? Sure, but you just have to factor in the 20% on the overall price you are willing to pay. So I don't think any bidders, okay? Maybe there is. If there are, they are not smart, to be blunt. Let's say, same example, knowing that there is a 20% premium, would you go out there and put a bid in for $1,000 so that your overall price is $1,200? No. Who would do that? Dumb people? Jorge said he gave John Wick a 6 out of 10. Yeah, John Wick is not, I give a little higher grade. Jorge, I give John Wick a 7. If I had to give The Accountant a grade, I probably give it a grade higher, 7.5, maybe even 8, but no more than 8. Okay, I'm not going to give The Accountant more than 8, but I would say this: The Accountant has reviewed. I can see that again. Just as John Wick, a movie doesn't have to be a 9.0 for me to want to see it again. Some movie that can be a 6 or 7 or an 8, and it's fun to watch. Okay, so I would give, I give John Wick a 7, and I definitely give The Accountant something higher. Chaz, the answer is no. The seller do pay a commission as well. Heritage take money from both. Yes, they take money from both. Okay, but they justify that by saying that they spent a lot of money, and they do. They spent more money on marketing, on the catalog, than anybody else in the business. And these things ain't free. Okay, these fancy heritage catalog, the best in the business, the nicest in the business, it's not cheap to make. And they make thousands of these books, okay, to send out to the thousands of big money player in the game. So, I don't have a problem with Heritage as far as what their fees is. It is what it is. And as long as you know how to bid, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, the fact is, Heritage have auctions on thousands and thousands of books weekly and monthly. And not everything that are sold on Heritage break records. So that's saying that a lot of people know how to bid. They know how to work the math that are given to them. Okay, I never understand people that, I understand people that complain about the 20% something, but at the same time, I don't understand, because they do the math for you before you click bid. So it's not a confusion. It's not like, oh no, I overpaid because I bid 1,000 and I forgot to add 20% to the. No, they tell you, they spell it out for you. Yes, TiVo. The account has really, really good. The surprising thing, Tim, for me on The Accountant is what's her name? Anna Kendrick, the cup girl. Whenever I see her, I told my wife, who she's like, who's that girl? I'm like, the one that had that song with the cup, and she's like, oh yeah. That, I think that was a surprise thing for me, because when I saw her in the trailer, I'm just like, what the heck is she doing in this kind of movie? And when she first showed up, you kind of just like, oh, I'm not sure if this is going to work, but then it worked. It worked really well. I think they did a really good job. Yeah, the thing with auction house, okay, whether it's Heritage, Comic Connect, or Comic Link, I can tell you, all three have gotten great money for consignee, and all three have disappointed the consignee. Okay, that's the nature of the business. you know, is there a better chance? Okay, this is a keyword. A better chance to get good deal on Comic Link compared to Heritage and Comic Connect? The answer is yes. I'm not saying always. I said a better chance because of the bidding system. Okay, I outlined this in my videos discussing the 3 auction house. With Heritage and Comic Connect, the bidding system doesn't allow sniping. Okay, because there is no set time where I say this auction for this listing is going to be over at 8 p.m. sharp. There is no such thing with Heritage and Comic Connect. The auction can go on as long as bidders keep bidding. Okay, compared to Comic Link where listing ends sharp right on time. So there is no fighting it out. So on hot books, you are going to get people overpaying, fighting over something. So that's why it's harder to get deals on Comic Connect and Heritage compared to Comic Link. But that does not mean that everything that are sold on Comic Link are cheap. If that was the case, no sellers will consign their book to the auction because their book go for too cheap, right? Whenever I hear people trying to generalize that, oh, Comic Link auction sucks and they always go too low, I'm like, if that was the case, people like me will stop consigning their books, period. Because why would you want to take less money as a seller, right? So yes, there are higher odds of getting a deal on Comic Link, but still, it's not that easy. If it was that easy, I would be camping out on Comic Link every month to pick up bargains. I don't do that. The only actor that was weak was a female FBI agent. Tim, I agree. I agree with you. In fact, that was my one complaint about the movie. You don't have to see my review to know my complaint. I did mention her in the movie, in my review. Just wondering, Chaz asked, if books will always go for the same or more than they would on eBay, it wouldn't be worth trying to get a book on Heritage. Unlike you, Chaz, a lot of people hate eBay. Okay, a lot of big players, people with money, deep pockets, think eBay is like the scourge, and they can't deal with that kind of hassle. They don't want to deal with BS sellers. They don't want to deal with BS shipping, lousy packaging, you name it. There's a lot of things about eBay that some deep pockets buyers are not going to deal with. You know, this eBay has, once again, on any given day, on any given book, you can get deals on eBay. So part of the reason why eBay can have the best price is that some people are scared of spending big bucks on eBay because of the scam. What Heritage and Comic Link and Comic Connect do is that they do a better job vesting the bidders and the sellers. There is less BS to deal with. Let's see. I saw Bullet on Blu-ray the other day. Very slick directing. However, a bit slow pace for my taste. I think the French Connection was a bit superior. I have to agree with you there, Jorge. I enjoy both movies. I'm a big Steve McQueen fan, but something about the French Connection is a wonderful movie. French Connection is one of those few 70s crime drama that stood the test of time. Okay, it aged very well. I can watch that movie weekly. It's fun to watch. I do whenever I see it on TV, I'm watching it. I agree. The chase scene is insane in New York. It's insane. I mean, it's for its time. It's so well done, and I think we so desensitized with car chase now on TV because it's so elaborate, so crazy, especially with the way the Fast and the Furious has just raised the bar to the point of silliness. It's hard to top that. Um, let's see. Chad said, "You, Evan and I, trying. You guys are trying to expand your buying choices, and nothing wrong with that. I buy from every sources, Chaz. I do not discriminate. I do not discriminate when it comes down to buying. Okay, I follow Heritage. I follow Comic Link. I follow Comic Connect. I follow eBay. I follow all sources. Okay, because at the end of the day, there are deals to be had in every places. Okay, every places. You just have to be vigilant. Bottom line is, it's a work. It's a lot of work to follow the market. It's a lot of work to follow the auction and to check out every listing. I don't do that anymore. I used to be going crazy, checking all the listing, be obsessed with that, and I'm past that point. I'm past the point of checking the listing. I'm done with that. No more auction house talk, I promise. No, they're not gonna pay me. Jorge, you still here? Have you seen Arrival? And do you plan to well, I asked you this question last Sunday, and you said that you want to see Let It Bleed first. Hopefully you have seen Let It Bleed. I finally saw the trailer for that Let It Bleed thing that you're talking about, the boxing movie, right? But I might, it looked interesting. It looked interesting. It has that actor from the Fantastic Four. It had the actor from Miles Teller, I think. He's a decent actor. Even decent actor can do something pretty crappy like the Fantastic Four. Oh my god! I finally saw that movie, and wow, what the hell happened there? Wow, shocking. It is shocking. Okay, the Fantastic Four movie was so bad that it reached the point of shocking for me because I'm just like, how can somebody put a product like this out? What the hell happened? How can a studio cut together a movie this poor? I don't even know who to blame. Okay, for, everyone is to blame. Holy cow! Is it a horrendous, horrendous? I am floored. I mean, you know, when I heard the review for the Fantastic Four, People was like, oh, the first half of the movie is kind of okay, and then it went really bad the second half. I disagree. I disagree. It was bad, and then it went into ludicrous, stupid later. But it was never okay. Not for me. I don't know. I torture myself to sit there and watch the whole movie just to say that I did, so to give it a fair review, and it went from not good to bad to ludicrous stupid. Oh my god, how at what point of this movie making did the studio head or the directors or the producers say that's the Doctor Doom that we are going to use? Holy cow! Holy cow! Is it? I can rant about that movie for the next 20 minutes, but I will save everyone from that rant. Yeah, the director was over his head. Whether or not he was fired, the studio meddled with his direction, his script, his scenes. I heard all kind of story how they took away 3 big set that he had because they took away 3 big set. It destroyed the script because without those big set action set, they can't. The stories just don't make sense. Whatever the reason is, okay. When I hear blames that the studio took away the sets, and I'm like, forget it. If the studio say nope, when you had to figure it out. You had to figure out how to make the movie without spending the extra 50 million. You just have to do it. You just can't quit. Seemed to me, somebody, if not everyone in that movie, quit. From acting to directing to producing to everything. They just quit. Oh my God, Jorge. Jorge, if you ever want to see being a fan of movie, I recommend Jorge to see this movie just to see how bad it is. Okay, it's a movie that I think every movie students of every college need to see how f up this is. Okay, this is an example of like a complete utter nonsense. Oh, like I said, the blame everyone. I blame every single person. I blame the person that wrote the script. I blame the person that approved the script. I blame the person that directed the movie. I blame the person that approved the sci-fi makeup. I blame every single human being involved with the movie. And lastly, I blame the studio for releasing it. They should just scrap that piece of shit, flush it. Yeah, Tim, I heard that there's all kind of, like I said, it's rumors. It's could be false things that the studio want to throw out there, and who knows what the truth is. Okay, we will find out down the road when Trank made more movies. If Chronicle was at least a fun movie to watch. Okay, if he failed again in a small scale movie, then maybe we can say that it was a beginner's luck that he did so well with Chronicle, but at the end of the day, he sucked. We'll find out. He need to prove himself again to me. He need to prove to me that he's not the POS that I think he was. Is Fantastic Four box office poison? Jorge asked. I don't think so. I think if Marvel get their hands on the property, they can work the Marvel formula and put out a decent movie. I really do. I really do think that there is room for a Fantastic Four in Marvel movie universe. It can be done. It's just that Fox has fumbled. It's just about every movie. I mean, there are people that like the first Fantastic, well, not the whenever I say the first Fantastic Four movie, I had to clarify not the first, the one that's really bad, but the first one was okay. The second one was not good, but it's not garbage. Okay, Doctor Doom at least looked kind of cool. The Silver Surfer looked kind of cool. The story was kind of half-ass. Invisible Girl was always terrible. But as far as the Human Torch, he was fun. He was decent. He was good for both movies. So there were potentials. Okay, the Galactus Cloud, stupid for sure. So yeah, I agree, Tim. The Fantastic Four themselves aren't a big deal. Okay, the Fantastic Four themselves, I'm sure people at Marvel would love to have the Fantastic Four universe back, more so for Doctor Doom, Galactus, Silver Surfer, you name it. There are just so many things that they like to touch. The Crow, I'm assuming that the Crow belonged to the Fantastic Four. That's why we don't see Super Crow, right? There's a lot of things that are worthwhile for the Marvel studio head to get their hands on. Okay, whether they make a Fantastic Four movie, that's not that important. What's more important is Doctor Doom, Galactus, Silver Surfer. Well, I just look at the time, 7:48 on my watch. That means I have 12 more minutes. Yeah, the first two Fantastic Four made money. Not a lot, not a smash hit, but it did not lose money. But it didn't make enough money for them to make number 3. That's why they rebooted their franchise with that garbage. Oh, how sad. How sad. Rebel Comics is here. Hello. Rebels, you always show up near the end, but that's okay. Welcome. Yes, Tim. Scroll, Negative Zone, Annihilus. Who doesn't like that name? Annihilus. Damn. As I did my review of, I haven't done a first appearance review in a long time, but when I did my review on Annihilus, I love that name. One of the greatest name, I think, invented by Kirby and Stan. Annihilus. Mephisto. Isn't Mephisto already been written? Mephisto had nothing to do with the Fantastic Four, right, Brooke? Fire Lord, Terrex. Yeah, it's like I said, so many. There are just a bundle. I mean, the X-Men universe is pretty awesome too. You know, I mean, I'm not sure about the rumbling over at Fox that they're gonna reboot the X-Men. For those that watched my live chat last week or 2 weeks ago, I talked about that. I talked about how I don't think X-23 is going to be a big deal because potentially Fox might reboot the whole franchise altogether. I've talked about that 2 weeks ago, I think, and you know it costs too much. At the end of the day, Deadpool changed everything for Fox. Okay, Fox was using to spend 150 million or more, and then Deadpool come in and completely throw the wrench in the formula as far as let's spend 150 million to see if we can make 300 million or 500 million. All of a sudden, the studio's like, why are we paying this much money for this large cast? And I think that's I can see Fox focus more on New Mutants, X-Force, with a bunch of cheaper cast members before they do any more mutants. You hear it here first. I think with Bryan Singer taking like a year or two off to do his League Under the Sea, the whatever movie he's doing, I think you might not see another X-Men movie with the current cast. I also heard about doing a trilogy of the Dark Phoenix saga. Once again, I talk about this in my live chat many times, that to do the Dark Phoenix saga, you need to do a trilogy of how she started, how she changed, and the end. Okay, and there are some rumbling about that. We'll see. We'll see. I just don't see it. Deadpool has been having a lot of problems. Yeah, I mean, it's surprising to hear the behind the scenes headbutting between the director and Ryan Reynolds. It's surprising that news came out now, or last week, or 2 weeks ago. Well after the first movie came out, well after they start rolling into the second movie. So I'm surprised that they even went this far before they say, okay, the director's leaving and we're going to bring in somebody else. Somehow they were able to maintain the peace during the launch of the movie, and everybody had their smile face on. Nobody knew about the drama behind the scenes, right? Until now. So the problem with Deadpool is not new. It was old stuff that finally being revealed. And from what I can tell, who knows? No doubt, the director did not get along with the star, but at the end of the day, it's the star that made the movie. So I guess the star stay and the director go. King of the Golden State, hello. From San Francisco. You are a lucky man. I told my wife many times that if there's one place I would rather live than Sarasota, is San Fran. Yes, only 7 more minutes before I turn back into a pumpkin. And we'll see. We'll see how Deadpool is going to be. I think I trust Ryan Reynolds as far as him staying on. Obviously, he's a star. He's a guy that wrestled with the director to make the movie in his vision. Okay, it is his vision. It is his baby. So the director may not like to be told what to do by the star. Usually it's the other way around, right? You can be a superstar. You can be Tom Cruise if you want to, but the director tend to be the one that direct. But maybe Ryan Reynolds was like, no, this is the movie I want to make. You are just gonna stay behind the camera and shoot the scenes the way I want the scene to look. Okay, I think that's just my guess on what went down between Ryan Reynolds and the director. And if that's the case, and the movie looked the way it looked, then I'm okay with Ryan Reynolds staying. I still need to watch the first Deadpool. Wow, Rebel Comics has not seen the movie. AG Surfer, you are also in San Fran. I did not know that. Oh man, I love San Fran. I tried during the dot boom of 1999, the year of in 1998 and 1999, I dated a girl in San Fran. I was living in Portland, Oregon, and I was trying to get my startup, my .com startup going, and I flew down to San Fran so many times. Man, I can hang out in the Presidio area for days. I miss that place. Rob Wise Guy is here. Rob, for those that have not subscribed to Rob Wise Guy, check out his latest video. He had a pretty cool. I'm not gonna spoil it. You have to go watch his video. He got a cool as hell slab from CGC. Cool as hell. Subscribe to Rob Wise Guy and check out his latest video. I saw it earlier today. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Congratulations, Rob. I forgot even to talk about the CGC CBCS battle today. Maybe I will talk about that on Sunday chat. Okay, for those that are not familiar with the latest commotion from the CGC land, I will discuss a little bit of that maybe on Sunday, or do a separate video. Okay, do a separate video, talk about my thoughts on the entire commotion with CGC and exclusivity. Can't even say the word exclusivity at convention. That would be an interesting topic. I can't believe people are going crazy on this stuff. I can't believe how so many people are making such a big deal out of the latest news from CGC. Exactly, Tim. It's no big deal, but some people are making a big deal out of it. Holy cow, is that crazy? Whew. Yeah, I mean, it's like I said in my loyalty videos. I made a video where I said, discussing loyalties between, do I have loyalty towards CGC or CBCS? And my answer is loyalties have nothing to do with either company with me. I know people at both companies. I choose the service when I choose to use the service of the company that give me the best bang. Let me repeat, best bang for my bucks. Okay, that's it. Turnaround time, quality, resales value, all that matters as far as which company I use. But as far as loyalty, holy cow, those people are out of their freaking mind on this topic. That's it, folks. It's 8 p.m. It's time for me to go. Much appreciate everyone to shine in. It's been fun. The hour went pretty quick. Thanks, Chaz. Chaz, I will see if you can, always send me the invite to your off-air chats or whatever you have. Okay, I'm more free during the day than at night. Okay, between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. I'm working sometime. but I can be involved in off-edge chats more often than after 8 p.m. It's tough for me to be involved in live chats after 8 p.m. That's why I am ending mine right now. Peace, King of Golden State. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Do not be don't chat. Don't worry about spamming me. If I can make it, I will make it. I don't get offended if you send me. I'm more worried that you're offended that I don't join. If you send the invitation, just send them, and if I can make it, I will do it. Okay. Bye.